Hello, welcome to Ordinary But Extra. I'm Jen, and today I'm going to alphabetize my record collection. Stick around, it'll be fun! All right, here we go. One of the things that I wanted to do was do something and film it every day, something that brings me joy. And believe it or not, one of the things that has brought me much joy over my many years, and especially in childhood, was alphabetizing things. I'm just gonna go ahead and start, and when I find something in particular that I think is fun or interesting to show you or talk about or whatever, I'll stop and discuss music or album covers or why I bought it or whatever. I think I'm going to make categories for movie soundtracks, compilations, and children's records. Oh, and holiday records. Oh my God. This is my childhood right here. Marlo Thomas and Friends, Free to Be You and Me. Drop a comment below if you are familiar with this or if this was a part of your childhood, because this was my childhood. Oh, I need a thing for Halloween records. These sounds and stories of Halloween, so scary. I love them. I think I will do also a separate category for country compilations because I have a lot of those too. What a lot of my subscribers might not know is that I used to be in country bands, and I was a country singer and songwriter. So if you care to check out my music, you can look up my name on Spotify, Jennifer Markey, Markey, or you can look up the band The Hillions, Hillions. We have 2 albums out. Okay, here we go. I don't have space for this. Here's the Beatles. So the Beatles, I have a lot of Beatles records. The Beatles were a big part of my life in high school and after high school. They're pretty much, the Beatles and the Monkees are pretty much the reason that I wanted to be a singer-songwriter. Big fan of George Harrison. And this is probably my favorite Beatles era. Not this one, this is 1965, but the Hamburg tapes when they were playing in Hamburg in 1960. My favorite. Okay, so the Black Crowes, they were a huge part of my life after my Beatles era. It was my Black Crowes era. And that lasted from like 1991 to about 2002, 2003 maybe. Loved Black Crowes. I will be going over, when I do come across like my favorite, like the records that I would take with me in a fire, which obviously I'm not gonna do that, but those kind of records that I like really cherish, I will share those with you because those are always really special. So this is one of my prizes of my collection. It's a Parlophone edition of Beatles for Sale. I love this cover, and it's got this like fold out thing that's kind of different that I've never seen before. I'm sure there's a million of them out there, but it's just one of my, most of the records that you buy in the US by the Beatles are on Capitol because that was their US market label. But Parlophone was their original label, and I love that. And it's a great record, and it's got a really good cover. The A is Adam Ant. Gotta have an Adam Ant record in your collection. If you don't, well then, good are you? B-52s, one of my favorite groups of all time. Barnes and Barnes, this band. If you are familiar with the song Fish Heads, that is Barnes and Barnes. It was a weird, quirky song that came out in the late 80s. But I discovered when I found the record that had fish heads on it, I discovered that Barnes and Barnes is a duo, is two guys. And this guy here was Will Robinson from Lost in Space, who I madly crushed on my entire childhood, and then madly crushed on again when I was in high school, and we were shown the movie Bless the Beasts and Children. I was obsessed with his character in that movie, and then I come to find that he's the band that created Fish Heads, which is a weird, lovely anthem that I loved as a kid, and so that's really cool. I love that. Like, where are all these records gonna go in their letters? I don't know. For Springsteen-Nebraska, if you've never heard it, check it out. So good. Oh, also The Secret Policeman's Ball, Pete Townshend's version of Pinball Wizard on this record is one of my favorite things. Okay, so this is my favorite country artist, Buck Owens. I have a lot of Buck Owens records, and he is my personal favorite country singer, songwriter, performer. He's my very favorite. So I've got a lot of his records. Soundtracks. I'm running out of space. Okay, this record it's called Greatest Folk Singers of the 60s. I bought this at a garage sale when I was in high school. And the best song on this record is Buffy St. Marie, Now That the Buffalo's Gone. I can't listen to it without crying. It is amazing. It's an amazing performance. It's so beautiful. I love her so much. Her vocal situation is really weird. It's sort of either you love it or you hate it. I love it. I think she's amazing. It's a great song. Also a great soundtrack, Dudes with John Cryer. This movie is probably super cringe these days, but I loved it, and the soundtrack is awesome. Soundtracks, where are my soundtracks? Oh no. Oh no. Where are my soundtracks? There they are. This is a really horrible record, but I had to have it because it's Buck Owens. Buck Owens, Buck Owens, Buck Owens, Carl Smith, my one true love. Look at him. Just look at him. Look at this face. It's beautiful. Buck Owens, Buck Owens, Buck Owens, Buck Owens, Dust on Mother's Eyeball. Buck Owens, Buck Owens. Oh, I love this record. I don't care if you are a big U2 fan and you hated it when this record came. I don't care. It's phenomenal and it's perfect. There's nothing, I have no complaints about that record. Buck Owens, Buck Owens. It's a monster's holiday. This is my favorite. This Carnegie Hulk. I don't like live music. I don't like live shows. I don't like recordings of live shows. But this, hands down, best. It's the best. Buck Owens, Buck Owens. Oh, Christmas. No, it's going to Buck Owens. Buck Owens, Buck Owens, Buck Owens. You guessed it. I love this cover. Look at this. Look at this fur jacket he's wearing. It's so great. Buck Owens. He's got me on his mind again. Buck Owens. Buck Owens with his flat top. Look at that. Paul Simon. I had a few Paul Simon records. Oh look, a Buck Owens record. Oh look, a Buck Owens record. This is another one of my favorite Buck Owens records. Love the cover, love the song, Roll Out the Red Carpet. I love that song. Look, a Buck Owens record. The Pretenders. Love me some Chrissy Hynde. She's also from Akron, like I am. Jeannie Pruitt. Satin sheets to lie on. Satin pillows to cry on. The scariest album cover ever. From when I was a kid. Aunt Lisa played this for me, and it scared the bejesus out of me. This is so flippin' scary. Look at the people's faces. Oh, so scary. And then he's got blood. Oh. Q is going under the couch. Sorry, Freddie Mercury. Eddie Rabbit. Oh no, I don't have room for R. So a friend of mine, when I worked at a childcare center years ago, she was married to a guy who had a ginormous record collection, and he died of cancer, and I inherited all of his records. And his thing was, if he collected one album by an artist, he had to have them all. And so he had, like, I inherited his entire Bonnie Raitt collection. He had all the Bonnie Raitt records, all the Bruce Springsteen records. Like, it was pretty cool. So I did sell some of them, like a lot of them actually, but I kept the ones I wanted, and that's what I got. Super influential movie time. This is the beginning of my love of the South. Don't at me, I don't care. It was my favorite when I was 2. Can you even? It's the best. Like, what? It's so cool. I love it. Loretta Lynn. Does it belong in Christmas? It does belong in Christmas. You know why? Because it's not Buck Owens. There's more Bonnie Raitt. And more Bonnie Raitt. And more Bonnie Raitt. And more Bonnie Raitt. John Prine. I love this record. Can we talk about Harbor Valley PTA? So if you have not listened to the podcast called Cocaine and Rhinestones, he does 3 full episodes on this song. So Tom T. Hall wrote the song. He has an entire episode on how the song was written. He has a whole episode on Jeannie C. Riley and how she was chosen and how she recorded it. And then there's another episode on the production, and it's just so cool. I love knowing that kind of stuff. It's super informative and just a really great, like, how does music get made, you know? Marty Robbins. Devil Woman. One of my #1 favorite songs. It's in my, like, top 20. Linda Ronstadt, Different Drum. Written by Michael Nesmith. One of my favorite songs. The Ruttles. If you haven't seen this movie, if you like the Beatles, you should watch it. It's really good. Truck Stop Favorites. One of the best album covers ever. I'm a Truck. Big Rig Special. Country Cruisin'. E.T. Okay, you've got to see this. This is the only reason I keep this. It's this whole book. There's like a book in here about the movie, and there's like posters and stuff. There's like a whole like jackets, and it's this whole box set. Look at the poster that comes in here. You're not gonna believe this. I have no words. Why is Michael Jackson in this picture? Shut your mouth. So this is called Stay Awake, and it's all like artists of the time, like, I don't know, 1980s singing Disney songs. The best version of any song on here is Baby Mine from Dumbo by Bonnie Raitt. It's amazing. This is one of the best records that I own. This is actually my favorite record in this entire collection. Burgess Meredith sings songs from How the West Was Won. It is the pinnacle of awesomeness. It's my favorite. I was brought up on Rodgers and Hammerstein musicals, so these are gold. Yaz, come on. You gotta have yourself some Yaz. Emo Phillips. One of the best comics ever. Should I have a comedy section? This album, Any Place I Hang My Hat Is Home. Barbra Streisand. That's a great song. I listened to that over and over when I was a kid. The Monkees, signed by Mickey Dolenz. The Monkees. The Monkees. Has my friend Adrian Schomburg's name on it with their phone number. The Monkees. The Monkees' greatest hits. Which I would never listen to, but the Moody Blues, and this has, what is that song? Question. Oh my God, my best friend Linda and I listened to that song over and over. Morrissey. You Needed Me. Classic. I don't think there's a more perfect voice in the, well, okay, Judy Garland, Karen Carpenter, Anne Marie. Oh, Julie Andrews. Oh my God. This is First Avenue memories right here. First Avenue. This is such a great record. Not a Miles Davis fan. Not a, like, the jazz that doesn't go anywhere. But this is a great record. Neil Diamond. My mom hated Neil Diamond, but I liked him a lot. Billy Bragg. I sang on the stage with Billy Bragg. He played and sang on my songs one time. It was awesome. He's a right, wonderful human being. The best Johnny Cash record. I mean, besides this one. This is one of my favorite records to play ever. This is one of my favorite records. The Genius After Hours. It's so good. Cat Power. Saw her in Chicago. She performed with the lights completely out, and we couldn't see her at all, and we left early and went home. I have a lot of Johnny Cash records. I'm not a huge Johnny Cash fan, but there's some good stuff on this. This may be the worst record ever made. It is so bad. So bad. It's so bad you have to hear it, and then you will like be sad. It's so awful. One of my favorite country singers, Kitty Wells. This is a great record, the queen of country music. So good. She is great. It's a real voice. She's very real. I like her. This is a great record. Joe Cocker, Bird on a Wire. Oh, I love it so much. Roy Clark. Here goes, Roy Clark. The Entertainer. I love him. Not as much as Buck Owens, but I love him. This is a great record. The Honeybees. So cute. You've never heard of them. They're so good. This guy. The best. Just want to talk about the perfect voice. Males. He is perfect. This is my guy, George Harrison. This is my guy. Love him. I'm gonna even have this one. Great. It's great. Tom T. Hall. Such a great songwriter. Love me some Tom T. Hall. Soul Asylum. This is such a great record. So good. Some Journey. I love Journey. Steve Perry, another one. Like, geez, what a perfect voice. This is a great record. And again, I don't like live performances, like recorded. I don't like them. But this is really good. Girl. I love her. I got a lot of George Jones also. If you listen to podcasts, check out Cocaine and Rhinestones. I said that already, but he has an entire season about George Jones, and it is whack. Johnny Tillotson. Why do I have this? Jason and the Scorchers. This is such a great band. I love them so much. Wanda Jackson. I have a lot of Wanda Jackson too. I love her. Ray Price. Steady. You want to count on somebody? Ray Price. You want to know that what you're getting from a concert or a record. You want to know that, oh This is Blonde on Blonde, right? Oh my God, this is such a great record too. You want to know you're getting what you paid for? Right price. My friend Mike Lee put on Salisbury Hill every morning when he got up. Like every morning he just put that song on the record. And like wanted to wake up to that song. I don't know. I love these old Peter Gabriel records. They're so good. And this one is great too, but the older ones are good. Don't even get me started. Holy Diver. Like it's the best. Oh my God. Right? Madonna. Oh, this is a great, look at that picture disc. Beautiful. I have a lot of Madonna too. I have all the Madonnas. Who Says God Is Dead? The Guess Who, one of my favorite bands ever. Oh my God. I love these guys. I can't believe they didn't make more records. I can't believe they didn't like do more. But Cry is, I love it so much. It's such a great song. Loretta, 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 Loretta. I've got a lot of Loretta Lynn records. Jeez. Okay. I've never opened this. I love him. He is one of the songwriters from the Jayhawks. Gary Loris. This is produced by Chris Robinson of the Black Crowes, who I also love. I didn't care for it. Shh, don't tell Gary. I didn't care for it. This is my friend Sherwin Linton. The end. I just love him. He's my friend. The Slightly Fabulous Limelighters. This is one of my favorite album covers that I own. It's hilarious. Love her so much. God, I used to have like 100 of these Burt Kaempfert records. I wonder where they went. So dirty. I gotta take a break. Well, I'm not going to bore you with my continuing alphabetization. I've got everything in stacks of letters, and then normally I go through each stack and alphabetize that particular letter, and I'm not going to bore you with that. However, thank you for joining me on my journey. I am sort of reorganizing my life. I am trying to start over. I quit my job in October. I had a short time of work period, and now I am sort of unemployed, winging it. This is what I'm doing. So thanks for joining me. I'm just trying to find fun things that I can do. I'm finding things that make me happy, and I appreciate you being with me here. This is insanity, so I'm gonna have to start putting these records away, but I just wanted to say thanks for joining me, and I hope you're still watching. Once I'm done editing, I will write down a few of the songs that I talked about, and I will try to link some of those songs in like YouTube videos in the description. So just if you want to check them out, just some of my personal favorite songs and personal favorite records, I will link in the description. So thanks for watching. See you in the next one. Bye.